It's essentially just a more modern classic WoW. Does that make
Yeah, that's
sense?
what I saw from the gameplay. It just looks like a Steam asset flip, but for WoW. Like it doesn't strike me as like a revolutionary game at all. You know, and, like it may very well be a great game, and I'm sure it's gonna find an
It,
audience, but it's not gonna revolutionize the world like people think. I don't think that's the case at all.
I genuinely do think it's a really good game, but I will say that like overall, the quality of the game is not as high as it needs to be to kill WoW. I'm actually making a
Yeah,
video essay on it. I'm
a
gonna make a
slightly
few
better WoW,
essay
even if it's
videos
better,
about
I think that's not enough. If you make a better WoW, I don't
no,
think that's enough
my
at this
my
point.
video is essentially about how the fact that Ashes is a good game, but Ashes is not going to kill WoW because it cannot kill WoW. And what do I mean by that? Ashes is a game, but and like even Steven Sharif and all them, they quite literally has been saying that I'm not even trying to kill WoW. I'm not competing with WoW. There is no good PvP MMO. I'm competing with Black Desert Online and all the other PvP MMOs. That's the goal, to be the
Albion,
best MMO there.
hello.
I
Wait,
don't know if he mentioned. I don't know what games he mentioned. I'm just paraphrasing here.
Albion is like probably the only good full loot PvP MMO, and it's super niche because it has MOBA combat, and not a lot of people
Yeah.
like that.
So everyone's essentially this weird state of what was I gonna say? Like the issue is Ashes is a good game, but Ashes is a good game in the same way that World of Warcraft Classic is a good game. Nothing does it better. That doesn't mean anything is doing it good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think like if you were to make like a not even that ambitious but vanilla WoW ripoff, you could find an audience for it. Because like imagine just taking like the core design principles of vanilla without shitty classes on a new coat of paint.
Yeah.
I think that would
And
sell.
that is 100% what Ashes is doing. Ashes is just the open world shit fest of alpha WoW that a lot of people really want from a game, but haven't been able to find. Like, does that make
Yeah.
sense?
I don't know, like people ask me all the time like how would you make like a new MMO? I don't even know if I got the vision to imagine it.
It is genuinely one of those situations where things are definitely not fucking good, because like no matter how you look at it, the game is moderately cursed. The genre is cursed. It's a genre-wide problem.
I don't know, I think there's
There is
a lot of
no,
room
like-
for niche MMOs, but like a generalist MMO like WoW, I don't think there's room ever in the world for that anymore. Like a
Well, no,
mass
everyone
appeal
seems to want
MMO,
that to
I don't
be-
think that's gonna happen.
But I just don't see a universe in which it works out is the main problem. And that's my main issue with Ashes. Isn't that Ashes is a bad game, because I genuinely think Ashes is a very amazing, very good game. But Ashes has the exact same problem that like every other WoW like knockoff of
It's
clone
like
has,
Blue Sky and
in
Twitter,
that-
you know, like it's the same, it's as good, but like are you gonna get out of Twitter just to do that when it's the same website?
And that's the problem with Ashes is actually trying to distinguish itself. It's not trying to be a WoW clone. Ashes will be successful, but even at its absolute peak, the highest it'll ever hit, I don't think it'll ever break 5 million subs. Like honestly, I don't even think it'll break Final Fantasy XIV's 3.5 million subs. I think at best it'll hit 2 million, which is really good. Like don't get
I
me
would
wrong,
say
right?
Final
Be honest,
Fantasy has
really
like a
good.
very clear identity, like a retail WoW, but without the annoyance. And I think you could make a vanilla WoW without the annoyance, and it would also work. But like that's never gonna be as big as WoW. Like that's like saying there's gonna be a new Asmongold. There's never gonna be a new Asmongold because when he brought up, there was nobody competing with him. You know, when WoW became huge, there was nobody competing with it.
And that is like a thing that people like always forget, is that World of Warcraft as a game it's culturally defining. And so for me, I realized that I don't think there's a game I can jump ship to. Like, I like Ashes, but Ashes isn't personally for me. Like sure, the PvP, full loot PvP, like it's got a lot of things different, but at its core concept, Ashes in my opinion is a worse WoW, but a better classic, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when I say worse WoW, I mean and better Classic. As far as a game goes, it takes all the things that Classic WoW did well with the class difference and like the emulation and all that stuff, and does a lot of that much better. But it doesn't do enough better for me to think Ashes of Creation is going to like even get remotely as close or as big as a lot of other games could potentially get.
Like, how's their financial situation? Like, if they get like a moderately successful
Steven's
game,
a multi-millionaire.
yeah,
Steven's a multi-millionaire.
he's probably gonna
He
be
has
happy
enough
with
money
that.
He can fund the game for years to come.
If he gets like a moderately successful niche game with a cult following, I think that's a win for him. And that's probably what Ashes is gonna be, like a cult following, like EVE Online, you know, but bigger, maybe.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna hit about 1, maybe 2 million followers overall, subscribers. I think it's gonna be a very successful niche game. I think there's gonna be a lot of big creators for it.
But yeah, like as a content creator, I would be very concerned about it because you look at Path of the Exile, which is by every means is like a successful game. I think there is like 5 people in the Path of Exile community that make any like good income off of streaming. Like there is,
and that's
not
my main
a lot of
concern
room
with Ashes is that even if Ashes was to hypothetically blow up overnight, I don't know if it's enough. Right.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like a Fortnite kind of scenario where like anybody can eat off of that for a year.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I definitely think that Ashes is gonna be a very successful game, hypothetically, but I think Ashes is going to struggle with the problem of. Fuck, I'm just running from this bear in Ashes because like I will say the grinding in Ashes. Oh shit, I'm stuck. Oh shit, run.
Step, bro.
I'm dead. Oh. But like all things considered, Ashes is gonna be a successful game. I just don't foresee myself somehow becoming a huge Ashes of Creation creator because I realize as good as the game is, I don't think I'm as passionate as I need to be about the game and the grind necessary. Imagine all the worst parts of Classic WoW, which is grinding 12, 16 hours a day.
I bet you it's more like RuneScape kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like
and
those games are cancer to me.
So what I realized is that for me in particular, as cool as Ashes is, I think I need to go the you know those channels I showed you. I need to go the general MMO route where I know there's an audience for them. I know there's a lot of views for them. I know for a fact those videos will do well, right? Why am I struggle busting with WoW or Ashes or this? Why don't I go back to what actually was very successful? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not the first person to bring this up to me, like the first streamer, and like a big deal that I've been telling to other people is that there is people that live and breathe Ashes of Creation 10 hours a day and the game didn't come out. Like, are you gonna compete with those people? Even if you think the game is great, you know? Even if you think you're a great creator yourself, like, it's really hard to compete with that.
There's a lot of space in the Ashes community because I was talking to a couple of creators there, and essentially they've all forgotten how to make content for an actual game because for the past 4 years they've been making content on a game that doesn't exist. So now that the game is actually out, nobody knows how to make good content for the game because everybody only really knows how to make content by reading the patch notes and talking about that.
You remember before Classic came out, like that was dog shit content. Millions of views though.
Yeah, so essentially that's where Ashes is now.
I mean, there's always going to be room for that type of content. I wouldn't say my content is too separated from that, but how many of those people are there already? You know? Like, I don't think I would have been nearly as successful in SOD if all the streamers didn't decide it was dead in Phase 3.
That is fair. I think for me, SOD dying in Phase 3 hurt my channel's growth more than it helped it. But I mean, like, it is what it is. There's not much you can really do about it.
Like, yeah, there's like half the views, but there is 10 times less streamers, you know?
Yeah.
Like, my peak viewership, I didn't start hitting like over 100 viewers until like Phase 4, really. Which is crazy because the viewership peak was like Phase 2. That's when the game was blowing up.
For the
Nah. Can you res?
The taunt didn't work. Yes, Scarlet Monastery Graveyard is dog shit. Probably shouldn't be here.
But yeah, no, sorry. It's just a situation of there's nothing wrong with Ashes, but I don't think Alpha 2 is actually going to make the game as globally massive as it needs to be. And don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna make a few videos on Ashes while I work on some of these big scripts. But Ashes is still, I don't think it's going to be the massive game I need to be. Kind of like how Hammer tried to make a Path of Exile 2 video, and what I realized is that we're too late for Path of Exile. We're too late for
Oh
Ashes
yeah, like
right
Path
now.
of Exile was like beyond saturated before. Like Path of the
If
Exile
you had started
is like
2 months ago,
I don't think that's enough. Like even if you did, like there's like Path of Exile 1 people, there's like already way too many of them. And like the influx in viewership from Path of the Exile 2 is not gonna be even close to like compensate for like the fierce and huge competition there is for that game. Like,
And don't get me wrong, Hammer might be able to transition out, but I think the issue is he has to make the right videos that people want to click on, and I don't know if he's going to be able to find exactly what the Path of Exile community wants.
well, I know what they wanna see. They wanna see a guy that plays 14 hours a day and like has like all the bills right and shit. And like, are you gonna be that guy?
No. So for me, I genuinely think I want to make a couple of Ashes videos, and then in the meantime, I'm going to work on some of these scripts, because it takes me, like, writing an Ashes video isn't very hard, right? I can write an Ashes video in like 2 hours, but doing like a Star Wars Old Republic or Guild Wars 2 full like breakdown, that takes me hundreds of hours, because I can cheat it, don't get me wrong, but if I cheat it, I think it's obvious. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think I can cheat it.
Well, like a good question would be how you can replicate the experience of that video without actually doing that. Like, I don't know, for example,
So
it's
the
really
issue is,
hard.
I've played pretty much every MMO under the sun that came out before 2020. And so essentially I can make a video on every MMO by logging into my old account, leveling a new character initially, then logging back onto my old main character, doing some of the end game content for a bit, and making a video like that. That's a very easy experience, right? And I can do that for most MMOs. So Guild Wars 2. So essentially, like I said, I'm gonna start with Guild Wars 2. Then I'm gonna remake my Star Wars Old Republic video, because that one did amazing. Why not just remake it?
Yeah, it's very hard to be like to find like your voice in like that space. Like for example, I play a shit ton of Age of Empires 2. I play an insane amount of Age of Empires 2. I just do not see a way I could make content on that game.
Yeah, so my issue isn't about my main channel. I'm not even worried about my main channel at all, right? I'm also worried about, to be honest, I'm genuinely worried about my slop channel. Can I make enough, like, WoW slop or this slop? Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, you could probably find a way to make like some general kind of thing. Like you could do like the quartering kind of video.
What is the quartering?
Well, you know, like that shit where you just pick up a news article and read it. I mean, if you got like a high quality audience and people like you enough, you can make a slop channel and monetize them. Kind of deal. It will not be as big as your main channel, but you spam enough videos on them and they are like low effort enough, and like there's an understanding that the slop channel is paying for the videos on the main channel kind of deal. There's a lot of people that do that. Like the video essay commentary people, they all do that.
And like the way I'm viewing it is, I make these big videos, and then I make a slop channel, and I pump the content, turn the like pick a script idea, and like, you know, Kaggo's channel? Essentially do a Kaggo to a degree.
Like me.
But honestly, yeah, you're a good example. But honestly, maybe even less editing than that.
I don't think that you can like shave a single second more of editing from my videos and make them work anymore. I do the bare minimum editing. And I am an editor, okay? I know how to edit shit. I edit trailers and commercials for years. It's not worth it.
No, absolutely. But the way I view it is on the main channel, high quality essay is worth it. For like a secondary slop channel, definitely not worth it at all. And that's the actual like plan here.
Yeah. I think editing can make some videos like high level editing. Of course, you always want to cut the fat. You always want to get like pace it right.
Sorry, go ahead.
But I think like high level editing, only in very select niches, like fancy editing will make the video more watchable. I don't think fancy editing on gaming works. Like you go to look at like, I don't know, like what you would consider high effort in gaming, like Ambiguous Amphibian, like that guy. He cuts it up together, he puts it up very nicely, but the actual editing is not very high level, it's not very advanced. It is like mostly basic stuff. Like what you put on the screen is way more important.
I wonder if there's like a room and like an audience for like Guzu style videos, but like on a brand new channel, but make it more entertaining. Not that Guzu's not entertaining, but make it more like.
I mean, Guzu came from somewhere, didn't he?
Bullshitting.
How did he blow up? I am not familiar with his story.
When all the big dogs finally left Classic, Guzu started to get bigger and bigger. He was already doing very well at the start of Classic, but he started to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I only started hearing about that guy when Hardcore came out, which is bizarre because he's been around for a long time.
The issue is, like, there's a lot of people that are 300-400 viewers, right? Like, look at myself. What have I been averaging my last few streams? 70, 80, 90? Nobody like knows who the fuck I am.
If you play SOD, I think most people know who you are.
Yeah, but is there any views in SOD?
Not anymore. I mean, actually, there is views to get. I don't think there's gonna be views to get for a long time. Like, I'm probably gonna come back for phase 7 or something, but yeah, there are viewers out there. Like, one thing that is very weird is that a lot of people quit SOD this month. And I am not permanently quit, I'm just taking a break from it and stuff, but like, I stopped making SOD videos, a lot of people stopped making videos, nobody's making AQ videos. I didn't notice a spike in CAC host viewership, right? I don't think the viewers are still there anymore.
No, I think it was the same viewership watching everybody, so...
Yeah, maybe. But you would expect it to like go up if like 2 people quit and 1 guy is left, and that didn't quite happen.
The issue is a lot of SOD's viewer base was always future based. There are very few of the SOD's viewership cared about the current here and now. That's why guide videos never really did as good as they did on like Classic, Fresh or whatever. There's a lot of SOD players who wanted to know about the future. They wanted to be like more assured about what's coming, that this isn't a dead game mode.
You know, my guys used to do really well.
Good content, but the issue is that he's making content for a game that's like based on Classic, whereas he
like the problem with the guys is that after they stop changing the classes in phase 4, like what do you make a new guide of, you know, like...
Yeah.
There's not a lot you can make, you know, like every phase, and that's what made SOD like steroids for making content. Like on the phase 1 to 4, like the class will play entirely different.
Yeah.
Every time.
I regret so much that I didn't make more content for the first 6 months of SOD.
Oh, so much.
Content like 4 months ago. If I had started at the beginning of SOD, I think I'd have 20,000-30,000 subs.
If I had my current like daily output at the launch of SOD, I would have probably hit like 1 million views in a month. Because I was doing like 1 video every 4 or 5 days at that point.
I was doing 1 video every 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's rough.
I mean, I know better now, so now I know like once I find a niche and I start pumping, I pump hard, but I can't change the past.
Yeah, like there is a lot of places where you can like not upload for months and it's not a big deal, but I think gaming is, you definitely want to be pumping all the time.
Yeah. That's why I think the SA videos is the way to go, and make a WoW slop channel. Because the way I think about it is, I didn't actually notice an increase or decrease in viewership with less editing. It didn't actually affect it for WoW. So the less effort I put into editing, my views didn't actually go down at all. Whereas I think if I make my main channel high quality gaming essay videos, and then I make a second channel where I do a daily video on the state of SOD, a daily video on, like, you know, here's cataclysm, here's this, here's that, like every day, I think it would be better, if you know what I mean. Pump shorts and a video and just keep pushing that channel.
That's one of the reasons I'm not making SOD videos anymore. It's not that I don't care about SOD, it's just that there's nothing to talk about. That was already a problem in Phase 4, I didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, I envy the League of Legends people because like every 2 weeks they get a humongous patch. Like you never run out of content for that game. And it's every 2 weeks, no matter what. They don't abandon you for 3 months like they do in WoW. You know, there's always something to make videos on.
Like I recently reinstalled League of Legends and
gotta save your soul.
I was debating if I want to make content for it, and I realized that while the game is fun, I feel hollow playing it. Like, and what I mean by that is, I feel hollow playing it because I used to be super passionate and I sit there and do 10-hour games. But after playing like 2 games, I was already kind of bored of it. Like, not really, like, I wasn't even fully into it. The issue was I'm still good at the game, right? I'm still a Masters player. Like, my skill lowered a little bit, so I'm probably like a low mid-diamond player now instead of Masters. But I'm still a good player.
I've been stuck in gold since Phase 5, Ebon.
Season 5, damn, brother. That's a rough one. So the way I view it is I can honestly get onto League. I can play 2 or 3 hours, make content for the second channel, a short or 2, and then end that, and then not worry about that channel, right? Like, essentially record 6 days worth of videos in 1 day. Like, make a Monday, League Monday, stream 6 hours of League, record all the games, the clips, the funny moments, compile that into a video.
Yeah, that doesn't work anymore. There's way too many highlights of League. Secrets. Like, if you're gonna do highlight videos, like being Grandmaster at League, as crazy as that fucking sounds, I think that's not enough.
Yeah.
League is like a particularly brutal game now to make content on. Like, if you were that level of playing WoW, people would suck your dick. But like, you're top 400, top 500 in League, and people are like, what a noob. They are all in silver, the people that watch you, but they are all like, oh, he's not challenger, what a fucking noob.
Yeah, that's the one thing that cracked me up, is like, I'm a Masters player. I'm literally Masters. I'm in top 0.01% of the player base. I am better than 179 million other people that play League of Legends. No, I'm better than 180 million people. And I'm dog shit. Because there's 10,000 people in the world better than me.
That's just crazy. Just ridiculous. Like, imagine if you were like that level of play literally anywhere else.
The WoW equivalent is being what is it called?
Gladiator, like anybody can get gladiator.
But it's not being it's like being top 10 gladiator, but being rank 10.
And like the thing about WoW is you can get that rank, and like nobody's gonna give a shit. Because yeah, you got Sario, you got Payo, but like, how many gladiators are there with like 5 viewers?
The better thing is I'm in like Echo method. No, that's still high limit. That's challenger players. I mean, to be fair, I guess nobody even gives a shit about WoW being in the top 10. Like, being the top 10 best guilds in the world. If not in the top 3, you're dog shit.
That's why I like WoW so much. You know, like, people don't care if you suck. It's all about the entertainment, which is great. But yeah, I just do not see a way you can make a room for you on League of Legends unless you're like literal like top 300 in the world, which is absolutely fucking bonkers. Like, if you're like an okay guy at Counter-Strike, I think you can make content on it. But
I think honestly, like there has to be a room in the MMO niche for a group of friends getting together and making like a video twice a week of like 10-15 minutes of hilarious highlights. Like every 10 seconds, 10 seconds is a hilarious. You know those highlights, like
well,
you know
that's
Fits, you know
OnlyFans.
the channel Fits.
Channel
Right, but
feeds.
there needs to. And if you type Fits into Google, you'll see the guy that makes essentially him and his friends get together, and they do like um
Yeah, like the roast YouTubers, the roast people, they do that a lot, and like I think roast is like steroids for content too. Like it's
Rust,
so easy to make good content on that game.
CS:GO, like all those games where you do fun
Tarkov.
things like you and your friends are playing. So essentially, me, you, Tello, and Hammer would get together, and we would be leveling characters together. And the whole point of leveling together is to make funny jokes. Take an 8-hour stream, condense it into a 15-minute video, and make that the whole channel essentially. The issue is the way YouTube used to work versus the way YouTube works now is two different games. And like I think people have forgotten that like how I used to be able to grow. Like I said, my biggest regret is not starting my channel in 2019. My next biggest regret was not starting until like essentially November of this year. The best way to put it. November of last year. Like, and that's what I'm trying to say is that I should have pumped harder. I should have genuinely pumped harder.
You're always gonna feel that way. That's the problem. Like the people that started in 2019 are like, oh my god, I should have started in 2016 when the algorithm was fucking broken and all you had to do was spam 3-hour videos every day.
and I understand that, but what I'm saying is like I didn't do that. I can't go back and change that. But what can I do? I can actually go out of my way and make good content. And the thing is, good content is like, it's debatable what is considered good content. But for me, I know on my main channel, on Ebonhardt, I can literally just go and make the MMO essay videos, right? Guild Wars 2 is this, Star Wars Republic is this, yada yada yada. Those videos will always do numbers. No matter what, they will always do numbers. The issue is, you're limited to doing one of those videos every 2 years. So you have to recycle the content. And the issue is there like 20 big Western MMOs that get name traction, right? Warhammer Online, Guild Wars 2.
Well, I would say there is not a lot of 20 MMOs, but there is a lot of MMO-ish games. Like I told you, I'm gonna do Monster Hunter Wilds content at launch because I actually wanna play the game. And like I think that game scratches the itch of an MMO very well, even though it is not technically an MMO. You know, like Rust, I think like, is a very MMO feeling game.
That is true. I will say right now, like the more I play Ashes, the more I can like very confidently tell you that Ashes as a creation will never get huge.
No, it won't.
Good game.
It's gonna be a niche thing. There is no way it's huge. And like the expectations are so well out of the water. And I don't know if that's by design. I don't know if Steve Sharif is happy that the expectations are so irrationally high that they are not gonna ever be met. But
I don't think
that's gonna be a niche game.
Happy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of pressure to deal with. If you actually plan to make the game, you know, because if you're trying to rug pull everybody, God bless you, son. But if you actually want to make that game,
rug pull, but I do genuinely think that it comes down to essentially, as far as League of Legends as a game goes, not League of Legends, as far as like Ashes goes, Ashes is going to be a very successful game. But I can tell you right now, most WoW players are not going to play this.
I might play it at launch, but fuck man, that's the other thing, like learning a new
really
game.
Depends.
Just the gap.
It really depends. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, even if it is a little better than WoW, I gotta learn a new game. That's the Age of Empires 4 problem, I like to call it. Like, Age of Empires 4 was a really good game, but I don't want to learn a new RTS. You know?
Valid point.
Like, it took me years to get, like, literal average elo in Age of Empires 2. I am barely 1,000.
That's the problem with Ashes of Creation.
How many people are willing to learn that?
Yeah, it doesn't do enough for the PvE majority that I don't think it'll ever get as big. Like people, like don't get me wrong, PvP is very important, but Blizzard learned a long time ago that all the people that cry and beg for PvP are, I think, a minority.
Very small minority. All those people that go like, oh, I love getting ganked non-stop 24/7. If you like playing the game instead of getting killed by a level 60 rogue when you're level 5, you're a pussy. Those are 10 people in my chat. That's all the people that actually believe that.
Yeah, but like for me, the more I play Ashes, the more I can tell this is gonna be a very successful game, 2-3 million subs easily. But it's definitely never going to go mainstream.
Never.
My issue is more so, what game do I waste my time with while waiting for the right of them?
It's like, think about it this way. Like, do you think Taylor Swift would have been huge if Britney Spears and Madonna were at the peak at the same time? Like, if she came out in the early 2000s?
No, I think Britney Spears was Taylor before Taylor.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there can only be one of those. And there is already one of those. You can only get one Taylor Swift every generation. You can only get one WoW-style MMO at the same time. If it weren't for Classic, I think there would be like a huge MMO at this point. I think Classic gave WoW a new lease of life for like 10 more years.
Yeah.
I am more of an Avril Lavigne guy, but I know Britney is easier for you people to understand.
Okay, calm down.
It's
But
Britney,
yeah, that's
bitch.
exactly my thing. And I will say another thing about Ashes is a lot of boomers do not have the time to play this. Like playing Ashes, they made getting a mount very fast and easy. Like one of the first things you can do in the game is get a mount. But I don't think they understood how little time the average boomer has. Because average boomer does not have fucking time. They actually don't have time to run around 10 minutes across the map to get to a location.
Like, you know how it took people like 6 months to hit level 16 vanilla and didn't care? Can you do that in Ashes? Does it feel that way, that if you're behind, it's still like an enjoyable game?
Debatable, because it's so PvP focused that I think once you fall behind, you may be a bit fucked. In terms of getting into a guild, getting geared out, getting ready and all that stuff.
Like, I just do not see myself starting in EVE Online, for example. How do you even approach that shit?
Yeah, that's EVE's problem. There's a lot of MMOs that are like that's probably
they are impossible to pick
once
up.
Once you're behind, yeah, you're kind of like fucked. And so that's where I stand with Ashes. The creation of the Ashes definitely has like a very bright future. I just don't know if it's the future for me. That's not to say it's a bad game. I just don't know if it's the right future for me. So I do have a few Ashes videos coming out, essay videos. But once they're done, I don't think Ashes is the genuine way to go. Because despite the world and the lore in the game looking amazing, A, my PC struggles to run it. And
that's crazy.
B, the views are not there. And they probably won't be for another year or two. But you can even see Hammer's problem of that, like trying to transition to another game takes you like 4 or 5 videos and essays of failing before it works.
Yeah,
and you
it's
better
not
be
easy.
happy with your choice.
You gotta stick to it. That's what I told you, if I recall correctly. If you're gonna do Ashes, that's fine, but you gotta stick to it. You gotta be sure that you're gonna stick to it. Because nothing sucks more than taking a break for a month, doing something else. Everybody gets mad at you, and then you come back and they are like, "Oh, you came crawling back, like you are chained to this game for the rest of your life." That's the
audience actually understands. With WoW's audience, going to Ashes of Creation isn't
I wouldn't
like
be
some
so
big,
sure.
like, fuck it to the audience.
Like,
no,
when Willy took a
says,
6-month break to do Final Fantasy, like the amount of comments that when he came back to WoW, and they're like, "Oh, you came crawling back, huh? Like the guy has a duty to play WoW for the rest of his life or something." I don't know. People are kind of weird in the MMO space.
I mean, I understand it.
I mean, I don't
honestly think instead of doing like Ashes of Creation, I bite the bullet and I pull a Willy for like the next 6 months, and then at the end of that, I transition to Classic Plus, or I'm big enough to finally quit and go to another game. But I'm not sure if going to Ashes right now is the right play, because playing this game, seeing the content and the way it streams and the way it works, I'm not gonna lie, Chief, saying it. Don't get me wrong, streaming WoW for the next 6 months is also not. I am not doing fresh.
Well,
So
I
you
am doing
see
fresh,
my
but I'm not gonna
bottleneck.
be excited to do this after weekly Molten Core. Probably not.
My issue is I want to stream, but how the fuck do I stream WoW when I'm kind of like burnt out a bit right now? Taking
It's
a break
not
from
too hard to
streaming
go
kills
through the
channel.
motions, but if you don't really care, it's really hard. And that's the problem, right? Like, there's a certain amount of people, Ebon, that play dashes, and within 30 seconds, they fell in love with the game forever. And you're fighting against those people now.
Yeah. Again, I think Ashes was a good game. I just, despite there being a huge like opening for somebody like me to jump in with my kind of content, I don't think it's the right game for me in the long term. Which is why I think about doing essentially my miniature Josh Drive Haze approach of playing my own games, doing them my own way,
Miniature?
if you know what I mean.
Well, Josh Drive Hayes
Essentially,
has like a variety channel where he makes like single player games, and he's also very successful. And I think it's not just because of his pre-existing audience. I think it kind of stands on its own. It's super high effort though, but it can work for anything really.
No, that's what I'm saying is the MMO channel, like for my main one, where I do like Guild Wars 2 here, this game here, all this stuff here. All that stuff is great, but it's like it's limited. So the way I view it is for all of 2025, I can make probably 12 months, 24, maybe 30 videos next year for the main channel, right? Because those
So
videos
page
take
20 wanna
time to
farm
make.
Scarlet
But
Monastery,
they're all
bro?
gonna get at a bare minimum 50,000 views, 70,000, 100,000, around that range.
I mean, that would be pretty neat.
But like it's very limited amount of videos. So that's why like
Well, you get
whatever
4
my
of those a
next
month, you get a
channel is-
full-time living off of that.
Well, for a month is kind of hard because I don't know if I can fully play an MMO, write a script, record and edit all of that within. I guess I could have a full-time editor doing that, so that'd be one thing, right?
If you're at that scale, you need a full-time editor or somebody to help you with something. Like, I don't think Josh Drive Hayes is even a 2-person job at this point. He probably has more than one guy.
Probably.
Okay, I'll
But
get you on
that's
the next run,
essentially
bro.
where I'm like mentally at right now. Is I think I do a second channel that's kind of slop, like still WoW based, daily WoW videos essentially. Just talk about the state of SOD, do this, talk about this, the state of Fresh, and then on the main channel, start going back to the high quality essays. Like, what do you think about that?
I would commit to either one you wanna make. I would stick to one type. And like, I know
Well, no, 'cause
slop
my
is
issue
a
is I still
funny
wanna make
word,
WoW
and I
content.
call my content slop all the time, but
I don't mean
some people
slop
just
like
want to
that.
watch that content. I don't think like I don't think there is like a. It's a very different audience. Like there is billionaires out there that go to Michelin star restaurants all day, and then they just go to fucking McDonald's. You know, nothing wrong with that. You know, sometimes you want to
No, I
turn your
understand
brain
that,
off.
but what I'm saying is like, the way I view it is in terms of content. My main channel, I can make great content, but I still want to make. I want to turn my camera on and I want to talk about WoW still. And I've been putting a lot more effort and mental thought into my WoW channel than I think is necessary. And I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this high quality main channel, and I am going to like Ebonhardt 2. I'm going to make it stream highlights. Like combine all my stream content, make a good thing. Like every day when I go live,
Yeah, that's the
I'm
play.
going to dedicate a 1 hour segment to being a live video. If that makes sense. Like literally record the video live. And I'm honestly thinking I do whiteboard videos.
Yeah,
Why not, right?
I told you to make those videos for how long, Ebon? You don't believe me. They are broken.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be making the whiteboard videos. Again, the way I'm looking at it is, I think I have a very bright future for my channel, but
Sup, Joshi? Wanna do SMGY?
I don't think WoW or Ashes is the way. I think I need to lean into my strength, which is high quality essays and scripts, and actually start writing that stuff, if that makes sense.
I know, you just gotta find your voice. I know that sounds like super cliche and lame, but like what I mean by that is like, what can you say about something that nobody else can quite say? That nobody else is quite doing. Like, I think Josh Triface is very unique. Because he's like the lazy peon that actually plays the games he reviews. That's Josh Triface, basically. He's like a guy that didn't stop caring 5 years ago. And there's nobody else doing that shit anymore. There used to be like Angry Joe, but he doesn't make MMO videos anymore. So like, he definitely found a gap, like his voice. And he tried thousands of shit, dude. That guy was making like fucking train vlog videos. I watched through his backlog. I am like fascinated about looking at how people come up. And like he found that kind of like MMO reviews was like the one thing that nobody was doing right, his way. There's something out there that is the same for you. And I don't necessarily talk about like editing. Oh god.
No, I agree with you. Like I said, that is essentially the problem I'm facing, is that
I'm gonna die. Oh, that's a good nova.
And that's what I'm saying, is essentially the problem I've been having is I have content I want to make, and
don't worry, H20, we're gonna run for a while.
I think I am having like mental block and brain freeze because I'm so burnt out of like SOD and constantly being like debated left or right, here or there with clown.
I feel you.
I think for me, the way forward is essentially I think the way forward for me is to just let me kill this mob real quick. Let me kill this mob real quick. Let me kill this mob real quick.
Oh, I got my stream open. It was like looping. Oh, that was freaky.
But no, so where was that? Yeah, I think I'm just going to make a second channel for WoW. If there's nothing to talk about, I'll just make random shit up, right? Like, if it's just a daily video, I'll just bring you on stream and make that the video for the second channel. I'll bring Tello on stream. I'll do this.
Yeah, that
like,
can
why
work.
do I have to burn myself out for the second channel? With the main channel, I can spend like 100 hours per week making one like high quality video.
I think
right?
like the great part about like the having two channels is that you don't feel pressure to get the high effort video too early. You don't feel like you're cramming. You can stay rational about it.
Yeah. And I think that's the honest play, is that's what I'm going to do for my channel is I have 2 Ashes videos, which are high quality essays. And then there's 2 Ashes videos that are going to transition. So I have 1 solid video, it's a high quality essay, 2 Ashes videos. And then I'm going to do like the Guild Wars 2, etc., you know, and then Stars Republic and all this stuff for most of next year. And on this new second channel, every single day I'm going to go live. I'm going to make a video. I'm literally just going to go live and I'm going to be like, yep, this is the video for the day. Enjoy it or don't, doesn't matter to me.
Well, it's madre, Lido.
Well, you get what I meant. Like, you know, if people don't want to watch my second channel, that's fine. It'll grow by itself eventually.
Yeah. Like, personally, I feel like now that I've been on the daily grind for a long time, like, if I don't make a video a day, even if I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, I just feel like I didn't do shit all day, you know? It's hard. I just like if I were to replicate a Josh Drive Haze channel or something like that style, I don't know what I would fucking do. Like because I think about this stuff all day, of course.
I'm confident enough that I could make next year at a minimum of 24 videos for the whole year for the main channel, right? Easily. Probably maybe even 30 or 40. But in regards to the second channel, I could make 365 videos. I can comfortably say I could make 365 videos tomorrow.
You should definitely do it.
And that's what I'm going to do.
And like that's what a lot of those channels are. They call it loss leading. Like a lot of channels run like the main channel almost at a loss. And they make like huge fucking super ambitious unreasonably high budget videos, and then they got like a slop channel and the slop channel pays for it kind of deal.
Yeah, and like honestly, I think that's the future for me. I think I double down on the high quality, like Idol, right? Idol was doing daily RuneScape, not daily, but he was doing like a RuneScape video every 2 or 3 weeks. And then
I wouldn't say he's like that high quality, but like he had a very unique thing to say.
Well, his editing is very high quality. I don't think his what he's saying itself is very high quality. Whereas Josh Drive Hayes is the opposite. Have you seen Josh Drive Hayes' main channel?
Legit, he uploads honestly, like every 4 months or something.
The editing is dog shit. He doesn't actually put effort into editing.
It doesn't help. It does. If it helped, it would. I can edit fancy shit, okay? I edit fancy shit before.
He literally, the editing quality
doesn't
comes
do
from
shit.
How fucking high quality his script is. How high quality he is. He has a distinct advantage of his voice. He is
the radio voice helps a lot, and he's a handsome fucking man.
Yeah. Sexy
That's a
British
handsome
man. Yes, exactly.
fucking man. I never seen an Anglo-Saxon with such a beautiful face.
Henry Cavill from Team.
I don't know who that is, but that's a fucking handsome guy. He was an actor. He was a professional actor. So he's been trained. And that's the part people don't fucking see, right? Like the amount of equity that guy put outside of the YouTube channel until he got to where he is now. Like it's all those little things, right? Like good voiceover, good acting skills. Like
he grinded for a while.
And the YouTube videos, like the editing, again, it's not super fancy, but every time he makes those videos, he's combing through 60 hours of footage. Every time.
Yeah.
And like that takes longer than fancy transitions and bullshit and green screen
honestly,
shit.
Fuck it.
Way more time.
I'm going to start recording my Lord of the Rings online. That's what I'm going to play right now.
Oh yeah, everybody makes that video once a year. It's like a tradition.
It's a good video.
I don't know why the fuck people play that game. Holy shit.
Everyone just...
I mean, nobody does. They just watch the video and defend the game, but then don't play it. That's the funny part about like Lord of the Rings videos. Like people go into the comments of like Lord of the Rings sucks, and there's like 20 people commenting on it like, no, it doesn't suck, you suck. And then not a single one of those 20 people actually play the game. They played it when they were like 5 years old, but they gotta defend it for life.
So for these series, instead of saying it sucks, there's only 2 ways to go about it, right? You can either go Guild Wars 2 in 2025 is dog shit, or Guild Wars 2 in 2025 is amazing. And both videos are gonna pull a lot of views, and everybody's going to argue in the comments either way.
Yep.
So you're gonna reaction bait either way. Now the issue is, are you trying to stay on the side of positivity or negativity? Which side are you gonna argue?
It's hard. I think it's easier to be the guy that says it sucks, because it does suck.
I'm gonna say it's good. I'm going to talk about all the good in the game, every game, and I'm gonna see how that goes. Again, regardless, we'll see how it does. We'll see how it goes across the board. But the way I view it is, there's going to be a lot of views to be had, but my second channel needs to carry. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, even if each video makes 200,000 views and I'm getting 400,000 a month, and let's say on occasion I get a 1 million view video or something, shit ass.
No, if you get like 2 of those videos a month and you get a sponsor for them, which would be really easy if you get those views consistently, you're looking at an income of like 7,000 a month or something like that. It's not unreasonable. Like, sponsors are way more money than other revenue. That's like the main disadvantage of like my channel where you make daily videos for, because like if you pump daily videos, you're not gonna get the same views each video, and you cannot really negotiate a sponsor deal on like 2,000 view videos. Like nobody's gonna mess with that. But even if you don't upload a lot, like a 200,000 view video, let's see, 200,000 times 20, 200 times 20, I mean.
Let's do a calculator. Let's say hypothetically 200.
Yeah, we're talking like easily
do...
like a $2,000 sponsor deal for each video right there. Depends
so
on the
about
sponsor.
5 million views
like
a
Raid
month.
Shadow Legends.
Hypothetically add 2 million to it because you're going to have outliers, and then add another.
Yeah,
million,
but like the outliers are not gonna pay the sponsor though.
Yeah, so I'm looking at about 7 to 8 million views per month next year. Per year, not for the month.
It's way better for money to get like 100,000 views videos a month than 30 videos that get like however much is the same amount of views. Like way better for money because of the sponsors. Sponsors are busted.
Yeah, a friend of mine was saying how with an average of 1,000 views and 10 videos a month, he makes almost like $500 per video in sponsor money alone.
Yep. That's not an unreasonable amount of money.
And so that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to, like I said, I've been thinking about this a lot over the past couple of days, right? This past 2-ish, 3-ish, well, this past week and a half-ish. And I'm going to be streaming hardcore 5 days a week, 3 hours a day. Probably 4 hours a day. I'm going to be playing Lord of the Rings online off stream for 4 hours, 5 hours a day. I'm going to be writing and recording this stuff. My goal is to do 1 second channel video a day and 2 shorts per day from the second channel. I'm going to script it all. It's all going to be fucking scripted.
That seems like a little much. Like if I were to take your plan, I would probably do only the main channel for a while and commit to it. And I wouldn't start on the second one until it fucking takes off. I don't think you can do both. You can start both. You can keep up both, but you cannot start both. It's not even the amount of work you gotta put in, it's just the mental bandwidth. You cannot really come up with good, great ideas for both.
Well, no, so for the second channel, it's easy. I have like 70 fucking classic WoW videos to do. Legit, the WoW videos are easy. I'm not worried about that. My issue was I kept trying to make every video high quality, mentally, right? It's going to be high quality this, high quality that. If I don't have high quality, I'll give you 5 classic videos right now. You want to hear them? You can copy them if you want, because they'll probably be outdated by the time I get ready. Here's a video for you to make tomorrow.
I got a video for tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, for the day after. Sauter's dead till phase 6.
I made that video 20 times.
Yeah. And then here's another one. And then here's another one. Classic Fresh will die in 60 days. Or Molten Core is going to kill Classic Fresh. Or here's another one. AQ40 is putting Sauter into a coma. Literally?
Like, are you gonna do that on top of streaming OnlyFans? Like, that seems a little gratuitous.
No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be streaming OnlyFans. But I'm going to be doing whiteboard segments in OnlyFans. I'm going to do like, I'm going to open up my stream with, hi everybody, how we're doing. 20-30 minutes of bullshitting, whiteboard, video recording, right? Making it, so I'm going to open up with, well, the viewership isn't there. Do the video, well, the viewership builds up, right? So in the first 30 minutes.
Oh, that's the play, yeah. And you can put that on YouTube too, and like, you can drive the people from YouTube to Twitch.
And then once that's done, boom. And then sit down, play the game for 2 or 3 hours, and then after stream is done, play Lord of the Rings Online, or whatever the MMO I'm playing at the moment for 3 or 4 hours to get the footage and like make the script good. And then twice a month, I'm gonna aim for at least every 14 days, one of these big videos. And I'm going to aim for 5 videos on the second channel. So none on the weekends, right? I'm not doing any videos on the weekend. I'm just going to like every, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I just think it's like way too ambitious to try to do that on top of kickstarting like a general high effort MMO channel.
Nah, it's okay. I'm gonna pay an editor for the second channel.
Well, it's not even the editing. The editing is the easy part.
What's the hard part?
well, coming up with the ideas and actually following through with them.
It's not. For the main channel, the ideas are not hard. I have the ideas. The thumbnails are easy to make. I know exactly what to do to make it look good. I'm not worried about that. For the second channel, it's easy as fuck as well. Because the issue is nobody is doing authentic fucking content.
Yeah, but when you're going to the
reading
authentic audience, you cannot just yap for 40 minutes. You actually gotta come up with actual substance. Like, I know it's hard to believe. But those people, those kind of videos, people actually look for substance. It's really hard to come up with actual substance. Like, like playing Lord of the Rings online and going like, oh, this is a stupid quest. That only takes you so far.
No, sorry. That's the main channel. The main channel is going to be high quality. I'm talking about the second channel, the WoW channel. I'm going to do a daily video on that.
Yeah, you're doing both though.
Yeah,
just insane.
The main channel already has videos like that. I have several videos that are like the Star Wars video where I have 200,000 views on it. I know exactly how to do it, and it's algorithm agnostic. My channel's views don't fucking matter. It's not like Ashes of Creation or this game or that game where I'm competing with people. Those videos work because people search up Star Wars to the Public 2025, Guild Wars 2 2025, 2024, etc. That shit comes up. Now if your video was dog shit, they'll immediately click off and find a different one.
Yep. That's why it actually matters what you put in there, bro. You cannot just spam videos. And okay, even if you can, that's 10 videos a year, though.
Tell GP, on Monday, I'm shaving my head. Monday or Tuesday, I forget which day I'm coming back to streaming, whenever my PC is properly fixed. I'm shaving my head the day I come back. And my stream is beginning. I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna put a timer.
Is there something between you two I don't know about? What's going on there?
Everyone's waiting for me to shave my head from my channel.
No, I was expecting you to shave your dog, and you didn't. I'm upset.
I'm shaving my head. So on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day I come back, my PC's working. I'm gonna get on. I'm going to stream it, do all that. I'm gonna do a timer, and at the end of the timer, it's essentially going to be. I'm going to essentially milk it for like 3 or 4 hours. I'm going to make it a thing where remind all my viewership I've been gone for like 10, 13 days. I'm here again. Don't forget about me. Then shave my head at the very end of it. And
oof.
That's how I'm going to end the stream, is with like the big head shave. And then keep going for a bit till the viewership drops a bit and then end there. Kind of situation.
Yeah, I probably lead with the head shaving thing so YouTube gets to see it. Actually, I don't know if the YouTube people would care. That's more of a Twitch thing.
Yeah, I think the Twitch thing. I think if I do a time run, like put the stream title,
like the actual play is to stream it like when you know like a couple big streamers are gonna go offline and you put it on like the guild chat. You gotta rate that guy. You gotta rate that guy. Yeah. You have to.
Yeah, I'm going to essentially do it where I'm gonna be like shaving my head in 3 hours. I was like, if I'm gonna humiliate myself, I'm just gonna make a content out of it, and I'm gonna put that in the chat when I go live and be like, in 3 hours I shave my head, right? And so I'm gonna go live, put the counter in the top left, right? Tell me and then when it hits 0, I'm going to be like, wherever I'm at, I get to a safe spot. Then put the towel out and angle the camera so my wife's not on camera, but you can see your hand, and then have my wife shave my head.
That sounds hilarious. I am not gonna play Path of the Exile 2. I just hate those games. Like, it's probably a good game, but I just hate Diablo games. I never liked them. I never understood like what's the appeal of them.
I'll rip the secret.
Like, are you gonna play those? Path of the Exile at all?
Me? No. I thought about it. I did a lot of math on it, and I realized that the kind of content I want to make and the kind of content I'm thinking about.
Not even content, like do you actually want to play that game at all? Like, interest in playing it? I got zero interest in playing that game.
I actually enjoy it. I think it's a good game, but I think for me the future is these high quality essay videos, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make these high quality essay videos. I'm going to pump them out.
Just Tryface did that for Diablo. It worked really well.
What do you mean?
The monetization breakdown of it. You can probably copy that video word per word, but for Path of the Exile 2 and it would work.
Oh, probably. I'll see about that. I'm going to do my Lord of the Rings online. So I'm doing Lord of the Rings into Star Wars Republic again, into Guild Wars 2, and then I don't know which one I'll do after that. But those three are the easy ones, right? Like those are the get good views, good money, kind of like let me change my channel from being WoW to being variety. Yeah, honey. Yeah, I got you. Mr. Medina, I'm actually going to go take a break with all the Rings update. I will
Don't
talk
worry,
to you
homie.
tomorrow. I don't know if you're going to be streaming tomorrow or not. But we can talk.
Probably gonna be streaming tomorrow, probably earlier too. I gotta crank like to level 60 before the 12th. I don't know if I'm gonna fucking make it, bro. I don't know if I got it in me.
Okay. Doesn't matter, brother. But okay, you got this. I believe in you.
Yeah, if I get like 58, I'm still gonna go to Molten Core, so I should be fine, but...
Yeah, fuck it, go. Good content.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
talk to you later. Peace. Have
See
a
you,
good
man.
night.
Yeah, like you guys are gonna be laughing, but every single WoW streamer is. I've been having the same conversation with all of them. They are all like running like a chicken with their head cut out. They don't know what to do, man. They fucked WoW so bad for content. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, there's only so many warrior guys you can make about vanilla. I got like 5 of them left. What do I do after that? That's 5 days. We got a whole year like this, guys. A whole year. It's not a great year to make content on WoW. Like, I totally feel him on that.